Hey guys, we're going to try to repot these urns that we potted in October. Just an update on those. The reason they are gone is because we've had a couple of small frosts. It killed the red flower, you might remember, the taller one. It didn't kill them, but they were gone. They were done for. And then we had a really hard wind that actually took this and threw it. Just one of the two. One of the scarecrows is gone, don't know where it is, and it threw all the contents out of it, and so that really did for most of that. I have repotted the Creeping Jenny. It is in the upstairs south-facing window. Hopefully it's going to overwinter. We can reuse it for next year. But for right now, we're going to try to pot these for November and help to make the front look better. So we went to the garden center the other day. It was the last day of the season at the garden center, and they were offering $1 plants. That's it. Everything was a buck. So we filled up. We're going to put in some flowers. We've got a kale, I think is what that is. It's either a kale or a cabbage, but it's a flowering one. One's for more decoration than for eating. And we have some Swiss chard, so for the tall in the back, and and some ivy for the spill. So I'll try to put up the names on the bottom of the screen as I go along and plant them, but that's what we're doing today. And hopefully it looks real nice when we're done. Alright. So this is Swiss chard. As you can see, it's got some pretty orange and or red and pink stems on them. It's got this, the veins are those colors. They're nice and kind of fall looking. It's going to be the tall in the back plant here. We're going to clean up some of the stuff along the bottom. There's some stuff that needs to be plucked off, and that's what we're starting with. We're going to put this in the back. As the saying goes, thrill, fill, and spill for a planter. So this is the thrill that goes in the back. Putting that up pretty good. Alright guys, this is where these planters are going to end up. I think they were originally meant for the front steps of the house, but the colors being mostly green really stand out more here with the yellow and the white. So we think we're going to keep them here. I think they're actually going to get a little better light here as well. They're at the time of the year where the front of the house is getting a lot of shade. You're seeing shade right now because it's getting late afternoon. But it's a pretty good morning shade throughout right here. One of the other things I wanted to talk about is I told you before that when I mess up, and I'm going to mess up because I don't know that much about gardening, we're going to talk about it. So when I planted these, I messed up. What happened was I got them both potted here on the back side of the house. They were supposed to go around to the front. I put them in my garden cart. I wheeled them around. I got about halfway there, and one of them, I think it was this one, not only tipped, but it flipped out of the cart, spilled onto the ground. All the plants went tumbling out of it, which, you know, I picked it up, put them back in. It's okay. The problem is, I think it was this little set of flowers here. Not only did they come out of the planter, but they actually broke apart. The root ball broke apart. So hopefully there's not been too much damage done. Just repotting, I understand, can be very traumatic for plants, that they can sometimes not do well, so you gotta water them in really well, which I've done with some plant food. I'm gonna be watching these guys though, because I don't know how long they're gonna last. I don't know a lot about any of these plants, to be honest. Now, the flowering kale. I believe it's kale, not cabbage. I believe it's kale. I'll look that up. I understand that it can take some pretty good cold. So hopefully that'll do well. I really don't know anything about the flowers. The Swiss chard, I don't know how long it lasts in the cold. It takes sun to part sun, so it should be pretty good here. And I don't know anything with the ivy. The ivy, both plants, neither one had a tag when I bought the plants. So I don't even know what kind of ivy that is. We're going to see how well it does back here. So that's about what I have to say about that. I messed up right away. We planted it. Hopefully they're going to do pretty good in a couple weeks. Well, hopefully, I'm hoping these will last like a month, because in a month we can do more of a Christmas theme. We can do some evergreen branches, and I've got some little white lanterns that light up that we can put in these things and make them more festive for Christmas. But this is where they are now, and that's where we stand. I think they look pretty good. I'm very happy with how they look, and hopefully they will hang around for a while. And there's a bird on a bird feeder right now, not apparently too afraid of the human sitting here talking. Can you hear him? So I think that's a good place to end it right there. Alright guys, God bless.